GTA 6 is currently considered the biggest game and most likely the biggest entertainment product ever being made. Despite that, the game has recently been hit by another massive wave of leaks. And this isn't the first time footage and gameplay from inside the game have been leaked. So, in this video, we're going to tell the full story behind the leaks and analyze why leaks have been such a recurring issue, especially with this particular game. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Only Thing Gaming channel. Before we begin, I want to clarify two things. First, there are no non-obvious story spoilers in this video, and second, the footage used throughout the video comes from official GTA 6 trailers and other Rockstar games because using any leaked footage could potentially harm the channel. So, let's start from the beginning. A while ago, Rockstar announced that GTA 6 would be available for pre-order starting June 25th. They also announced the contents of the special edition, the pre-order bonuses, and the prices. But what surprised people was the announcement that the game would only be available through the digital store, meaning there would be no discs or physical copies. In other words, if you buy the game, everything you'll get inside the box will essentially be a store code that you can use to download the game. A few days later, Sony also announced its future plans to stop supporting physical discs and move entirely toward digital games. This led to a massive backlash against Sony from players across social media. But Sony isn't the focus of our discussion today, so let's get back to GTA 6. After pre-orders became available, Rockstar announced that an extended trailer or an overall look at the game would be coming on August 27th. However, this trailer would be exclusive to Netflix for the first 6 hours after its release. A few days later, a leaker known as CyberLeak appeared and leaked new footage from inside GTA 6. At first, people were divided. Some believed the footage was genuinely from the game, while others thought it was AI generated or modded footage or a mix of the two. However, Take-Two Interactive, the company that owns Rockstar Studios, began targeting accounts sharing the leaked footage and having it removed. And that's when players became almost completely certain that the footage was real and had actually been taken from inside the game. Rockstar then began pursuing the leaker, CyberLeak, who was making daily threats against the company and demanding that Rockstar apologize to players, reverse its decision, and release the game physically. Of course, he also continued posting new leaks and threatening to reveal the endings of characters Lucia and Jason. He even threatened to release a complete version of the game that could be downloaded and played on PC. To be fair, some people claim that he actually did release Jason's ending, but I never saw it myself. It's also difficult to put together the entire story because unfortunately there are many pages spreading fake news, and there are also people impersonating the leaker and posting tweets on X, formerly known as Twitter, which has made it difficult to properly follow the events surrounding this situation. I also heard that Rockstar either filed a lawsuit against Discord or simply requested information about the leaker from them. So far, there has been no clear outcome regarding that situation, and new leaks are still appearing. It's possible that some of them may even emerge while I'm working on this video or even after it's published. Now that we've talked about the story surrounding the leaks, let's discuss the leaks themselves, what they revealed from inside the game, and their potential impact on Rockstar and the gaming community. In one of the videos, the leaker fired at a wall and used the bullets to spell out his name. This proves that he actually had access to a copy of the game. Among the leaks I saw was gameplay featuring Jason as he leaves his house, plays basketball, gets into fights with people in the street, drives a car, and explores the map of the game. The leaked footage gave us a look at the game's driving mechanics, the physics of the world, and the map itself. I also believe Jason may be the first character we play as, while Lucia could potentially be unlocked later. We also saw hand-to-hand combat, gunplay, and the police system, which continues to use the familiar star-based wanted levels that have remained a staple throughout the GTA series. In addition to these things, we also saw some new gameplay mechanics. However, we're going to leave those out until they're officially announced in order to avoid spoilers, and honestly, most of them weren't shown clearly or completely anyway, so waiting for an official announcement makes much more sense. The quality of the leaked footage wasn't nearly as good as Rockstar's official announcements and trailers. In my opinion, that's completely understandable because the build isn't final, and the recording quality itself was probably far from ideal. Even so, it's believable that the version of the game isn't extremely old. Some analysis suggests that it may have been taken from a 2025 build, because one of the leaks featured a song playing on the in-game radio, and that song was released in 2025. Some people believe the build dates from 2025 or later. Obviously, these leaks have caused problems for Rockstar and Take-Two. One of the most noticeable effects was a decline in the company's stock price, resulting in losses estimated to be worth millions of dollars. But the real blow to the company could come if this leaked version actually gets distributed across the internet. If that happens, PC players could potentially get their hands on a version of GTA 6 on PC before console players, before people who actually paid for and purchased the game, and even before the official release date. However, keep in mind that if this version is distributed, it would be an unfinished build of the game. It would certainly be missing content, could contain bugs and other issues, and it would also be extremely difficult to download it from a trustworthy source without risking viruses or malware. Now, is this something that has never happened before? No, something similar happened with Spider-Man 2 as well as Wolverine. But if the game is only going to be released on consoles, why would a PC version leak? The answer is that games are generally developed on PC using their respective game engines and are then ported to other platforms. This also serves as further confirmation that the leaked version is not the final version of the game. In the end, I don't want to talk much more about the leaks because I don't want to spoil anything. The official game extended look is also coming less than 2 days from the time I'm recording this video, so we'll soon see the details Rockstar chooses to reveal, and honestly, that's going to be much better. I haven't really covered the leaks in depth out of respect for people who don't want to spoil the game for themselves. If you want to see more of them, you can find them on X, formerly known as Twitter. You can look them up and follow them at your own discretion. Now, let's move to the reasons behind these leaks. When it comes to the reasons behind the leaks, there are two main theories. The first theory is that Rockstar intentionally allowed these leaks to happen and that the entire situation is essentially a marketing stunt designed to keep GTA 6 trending. According to this theory, Rockstar intentionally allowed low-quality footage to leak in order to lower players' expectations, then officially reveal the game on August 27th and surprise everyone with how much better the actual presentation looks. To be honest, that would be an incredibly bold move, even for Rockstar. However, I don't think that's what they're doing. The reason is simple. Rockstar wouldn't want to damage the trust that other companies have in its security systems. Considering that the company is currently working with Netflix on a GTA 6 marketing campaign, deliberately allowing something like this to happen would not exactly be in its best interest. And this isn't even the first major leak Rockstar has dealt with. If you remember, the first trailer was also leaked, forcing the company to release it earlier than planned because of the leak. And even before the first trailer, there were leaks back in 2022, if you remember those. The second theory is that the leak happened completely outside Rockstar's control, and honestly, this is probably what actually happened. The leaker could be an outside hacker, an employee within the company, or even an outsider working together with an employee. And this is very possible because of the difficult working environment inside Rockstar, especially the enormous pressure that builds up as their games approach release. So, it's possible that the leaker is a Rockstar employee who wants revenge against the company, or at the very least, someone who has direct contact with such an employee. The leaks were also accompanied by attacks against Rockstar's policies and the policies of other gaming companies. Unfortunately, this caused many players to support the leaker because they agreed with him and his criticism of these policies. And when I say unfortunately, I'm not defending Rockstar or any other company. We all know that gaming companies are businesses, and there's nothing wrong with them wanting to make a profit. But at the same time, there are definitely policies that are genuinely greedy and excessive. However, the leaker also proved that he isn't any less greedy. This became apparent when he announced his own cryptocurrency, which carries the same name as him. He either created the coin himself or is a partner in its creation with other people. He then started using the leaks and the popularity of GTA 6 to promote it. The evidence for this was a noticeable increase in the coin's price starting on August 22nd. After people accused him of doing this, he burned an amount of cryptocurrency equivalent to 27% of its circulating supply, worth somewhere between $1 and $1.5 million. For anyone unfamiliar with the concept, burning cryptocurrency basically means permanently removing a certain amount of the currency from circulation, usually done by sending it to an inaccessible address. This reduces the available supply. However, that doesn't automatically mean the price or value of the currency will increase. And to be honest, I could be wrong about some of these details because cryptocurrency isn't my area of expertise, and it's not really the focus of this video anyway. But my point here is very clear. Rockstar and other gaming companies really are businesses that prioritize profit, but at the same time, this leaker is no less greedy. He promises people new leaks whenever the value of his cryptocurrency rises. On top of that, he's taking content that doesn't belong to him and exploiting people's love for the product and its popularity to gain fame and make money. So if you're supporting him or see him as being on the player's side, I think you should reconsider. Because even if Rockstar and other gaming companies are greedy, at least they put in the work to create a product of their own. As for Rockstar, the company should probably put more effort into protecting itself against hacks and leaks. They also need to understand that having a joke in a trailer isn't going to be enough to prevent these recurring leaks from happening permanently.
What you doing up there? I'm just fixing some leaks.
If you enjoyed the video or found it useful, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell if you'd like to stay updated. Finally, let me know what you think about this whole situation in the comments. I'd love to hear your opinions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.